Hi everyone, I'm JD from Willowbound Journals. Here is our next video for the Faith Journal course called I Am. And so we're still in the gathering part of this course, and we are gathering magazine images and words today. So as you're going through your magazine or magazines, what you're wanting to mostly look at, along with things that you just love, things that you think are pretty, is you want to think about words and images that represent who you are. This is a course about identity and celebrating and honoring and loving who we are. So thinking about images that kind of represent that sort of concept. So keep that in mind. Now what I have here is a Daphne's Diary magazine. And I'm going to go through this with you together in this video, just showing you what I'm looking for. I also, though, have this other stack of cutouts from various magazines, Daphne's Diary, Frankie, In Her Studio, that I've gathered over the years. Now, what I want to just do is quickly go through this pile and look for anything that ties in with the course and identity. So I know like things like beauty and claiming my own beauty and being a light, and I have everything I need. Those are kinds of things that I wanting to declare. So these ones, anything to do with like beauty and identity. September's my birth month. That's the kind of thing that I will be adding. Background papers too. You can look for pattern papers, background papers for writing on, or just for collage materials. So you can also collect stuff like that. So I could write on here as well. That's things that I'm looking for like that. And again, I can always go back to these pages if I want. So I'm just going to go through this pretty quickly with you and just have a look at what I've got. I might want to use some of those. Maybe. Yeah. Like I said with the other video going through my scraps, just because you're pulling stuff out for the course and leaving other stuff behind doesn't mean you can't go back to this. You can always go back to it. There's some words that shouldn't be in this pile. And just quickly going through, because I really just want to get to the fun part where I go through the magazine. Let's have a look. Lavender, that might go there. It's starting to rain. It's quite nice. I like the idea of just sitting with God, that kind of thing. Loved by God. Anything with hearts, that's kind of cool. Flowers and beauty, I'm always about that. So vintage, I love vintage. So these other ones I could cut out for other projects, If I was doing a more vintage style journal, I could definitely do something like that. If I was writing about movies, I could do that one. So all these things are good for other journaling projects, but I'm specifically looking for this project. Here's another word. Books. I love books. I don't know. I feel like I might use that maybe. Maybe. Not too sure. Don't know what I've got that one there for. So this is another way to curate and go through all of these. Bit of music paper. I might be able to use that scrap. I love those pieces. That's really stunning. I love that. I know, just because I'm drawn to it, I want to keep that too. I love the butterflies, of course. I'm drawn to that for some reason as well. So I'm just going to listen to that inside voice. These are all great for like collage elements, filling in gaps. So I'm going to keep those too. And let's have a look here. More books. Don't think I need that many books, but anyway. Other random things here. Singing. I think that can go in the book. World. That can go in the book. Or the journal, sorry. Sun. Butterfly. Again, I don't know if I will definitely use this in the journal, but I have options. And that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm going through all my pieces, and then the aim is that I will only draw from this, but if I need to, I can go to here if I want. But it's all right here, ready to go. So I'm not, when we do come to the actual part of the journaling course, where we fill in our pages, we've already got everything that we need around us to fill up our pages. We don't need to go looking in trays and boxes later on. So I have got this lovely pile here. I'm going to put these words aside. And I love just using a clothes peg. It's my new method that Colleen Atara taught me, and I'm sure like lots of other people do it as well. But a clothes peg is my new method, or one new method to store or organize my pieces. Now, some of them I have put too far down, so I just want to add them up higher, like that. And doesn't that look inviting? So it's like I've already got this stash, a curated stash to use in my journal. Done. All right. Let's go ahead and let me grab my scissors first of all. Here they are. All right. Now we're going to go through this together, page by page. And again, I'm looking for anything I love, anything that speaks to me, that I would be happy to use in my journal, my I am journal. Let's call it that, my I am journal. A journal all about you and claiming your identity and honoring who you are. Because how this course came about is, you know, if you're anything like me, you can struggle with feelings of worthlessness and just general insecurities and feeling bad about yourself and talking badly about yourself. So the whole point of this journal, this I am journal, is to it's an exercise in self-love, in honoring who we are. My one, I'm focusing more on the faith side of things, so I'm going to be using scriptures as my base for my I am statements. But you can definitely just come up with your own sentiments. I'm kind of combining them. I'm using scriptures as the base and then putting them into my own words type of thing. So again, I'm just going to look through here. There's so much I could cut out. I love this. I always want to cut out this. The pen. Yes. Sorry, I got distracted. I don't know what I was talking about because I just got distracted by this pen. I always love cutting out pens. And then I feel like I could definitely cut out things like the bouquet, but for now I don't feel like I want to because I've already got quite a lot of images from that stash. I was quite surprised by how much I pulled out from my stash that I already had. So that's great to be able to use the things that I have already saved rather than cutting out new things. So I like that picture, but if only she was crafting. There's a paintbrush. Let's cut out that paint. Oh, I'm so sorry. Just bang against the filming frame. All right, I really like this as well, this palette. So I would fussy cut this palette at a later stage. There we go. And this one ties into, like, for me, I already know what my 12 sentiments are. So it's a bit easier for me to cut out images because I know what I'm looking for to match up with the sentiments. I'll be going through that process later on in the course about how to come up with the sentiments and then how to match what you've gathered with them. But we're going to, for now it's separated. First we're going to gather, then we're going to come up with our sentiments, then we're going to combine them. So what we want to do is, just writing down some notes. So what we're going to do is, I've completely lost track. I've been pulling out pieces that I know match up with my sentiments. I could cut that one out too. That is so cool. But yeah, you can do that later on in the process. Like things like this. I love seeing people's workspaces I don't know, there's something about it. It just makes me so inspired seeing people's craft spaces. I love the gorgeous illustrations. So that's really pretty too. Lots of pretty things. But yeah, because I know already what my sentiments are, I'm being very selective. I love this page. I wish I didn't have all the stuff on it. So what I'm just going to do is cut all of that off. All that stuff I don't want. Now, do I want to... There's two ways I could do this. I could leave it big like that, and then later on I can cover that up with some journaling space, or I can cut it out. So I think I like the idea of covering it with some journaling space. And, you know, once I cut it off, I can't go back, so I can always cut it off later if I want. That is stunning. Stunning! Stunning! Now, I'm just going to test. Yeah, perfect. I probably want it to go further over like that. That's going to be a page in my journal. Oh my gosh. I'm actually getting inspired. That's giving me a future prompt. Okay. I might add some extra sentiments. You know, this is like a very flexible course. It is adapting and flowing as I go with it. And I'm thinking, yeah, I might add a few more sentiments or take some out to keep it 12. That's the other thing I should mention. You can have as many sentiments as you want. If you like 12, whoa, that is so many. You can have 5 if you want 5. But yeah, I could have 20 if I want 20. I love this page. This is stunning. That could just be an image by itself. I love that. But I feel like I'd want to use that for a page in my Daphne's Diary journal. So we'll keep that one there. I do like this page too, but I wish it didn't have all of the stuff over the top. That's stunning as well. Oh, it's really starting to rain. I hope it's not too loud. I love this stack of books. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Got this beautiful, beautiful stack of books. Love that. Love, love, love that. If you can hear the cat meowing at my door. There are 3 cats in this house. And my Keanu is fast asleep. And there's another cat now meowing at my door. Sorry, kitty. I might cut out. So I often, when I go through it, I forget to look for the words. So I'm just going to go back through it because I get so distracted by the images. So I'm going to go back through it and look for words. So I know I can definitely use this word for daughter. Daughter of the king we can go with. If there's a word that says princess, that would be amazing. Newborn. I could use something like newborn about my identity. Hello, I could use something like that. All right, now I'm going to go through this again and we're going to look for words. Going to look for words. Again, thinking about I am, the I am theme. Creation. I know that that's one of my words. Oh, and handmade by. I think I need that too. Okay. And life. Life. You can have that word. Creation. I'm just going to put that one there. And this one, made by. Love that. Perfect. Okay. Keep going through. Made by hand. I don't know, I feel like I just want that in there too. made by the hand of God is what I'm thinking, for how I want to incorporate that into my journal. The joy of spring. You know what? Joy. That's something I want in the journal. So another reason why I'm doing this as well is because it's giving us all of this material to work with for when we come to decorate our pages and fill them in. And the idea that you've got limited supplies. So like I said, you can always go to other things. In fact, I might change the rules as I'm going. As I'm going, I'm like, how about only use the things that you've pulled out? Like once you've pulled the things out, that's the only things you can use. I feel like I like that idea. And then it's a challenge to be like, how many of these can I use? And try to use as many as you can in the journal. But I feel like if you have like the perfect picture in mind for something, I feel like you can still go look for it if you want. But the other part of me is like, no, just use what you have. I don't know. I'm tossing up between the two. I'm going to try and stick with only use the things, but I'm not going to have it like a hard and fast absolute rule. How about that? But I love this idea of we're curating our supplies, we're gathering them. That's what we're going to use to journal, and an extra kind of little challenge is only use those things. Only use those things. Oh, beautiful. I'm going to use that word, beautiful. Beautiful. And then these become little sentiments to spark journaling prompts as well. I feel like I want that word artist. So I'm going to cut it out. All right, building up my little collection of words. It's gonna be so fun. Yeah. With this course, you're just gonna kind of have to, I guess, trust me. That's all going to come together, because I already know how it will look all together. And I'm kind of trying to put myself into your shoes, and I'm not sure if you're just going to be completely like, what is happening? Why are we doing all this gathering? And I don't know what to gather, but yeah, it's all going to come together. Just go with me. Go with me. The story of. Let's go with that. I always love the story as a metaphor. It's a great metaphor. The story of. And I love how, this course is just adapting and changing and flowing as inspiration takes me along. I'm going to cut out no. No. Beautiful. All right. Nature. Details. Hidden. Now, I would cut those out, but I think I want to use that in a journal page, for a journal page. So I'm actually not going to. Made from. I'll cut out all of these words. I don't think I need to use the word paper in this particular journal project, but always good for other projects. So let's just keep that whole thing. All right. So again, these pages I probably want to keep for the journals that I make. So it's a bit of a trade-off, a balance. Totally okay. Seeds in the paper. Sunbeams. Lovely words. Longer days. A little while. See, this we can pair words together. It could be something like stay a little while. could definitely do that if I wanted. Vintage market, I could cut those out for a different project. Whisperer. Okay, there's a lot of fun words here. I might just keep the whole thing together like that. Even like these, I could cut out individual words or lines here if I wanted. Book tips. All right, well, that was very fun. Let me grab my pile here, and I'm just going to add some things here. Now, my words are probably going to get a little bit lost. So what I want to do, my images I want to add into here, so that's fine. We can add these in. Does that work? Yeah. Now, I also have this wonderful crystal dish tray on my desk. Let me just grab it here. And, move some stuff out of the way. Here we go. This just sits in front of my desk. So this would actually be perfect for something like that can fit in there. Like a lot of these could fit, but some of them are too big. So this is perfect for the words. So this is another storage organization method for things. I have another method for words, which is a glassine bag. Let me show you that, if I have it handy. Yes. So I've already got a whole bunch of words in here, actually. So I can also curate these if I want. And that's where these all came from. Memory, perfect. For love of diamonds, summer, rustic. So yeah, I've got all these different pieces here that I could use for different projects. I have used these a day in my life. I like that. Just gonna put that there, and I might just put that there. What I'm thinking is, yeah, I've had these for years, some of them. So I'm just going to actually curate these as well. Cheerful, garden, I love that one. Botanical, love that one. There are memories to be made. I like that. But some of these I don't actually really think I'll be using. So I am going to replace them. What I'm thinking of doing is actually, everybody has a story. I definitely believe that. Definitely. So these were for old projects. I had other journaling projects and probably for courses too, actually. I cut these out. I was doing a course where seasons was a big thing for me. But none of these are speaking to me now. And I know I could keep them, absolutely. I definitely know I could keep them for a later time when they might speak to me. But I am a current person. I only keep what speaks to me now. So what I'm going to do, since there's not that many, I'm actually going to transfer these to my glassine bag. And that is how I store these. And then I can save this for other pieces of ephemera. So now I've got my peg of images, my glassine bag of words. You can use any type of bag, of course, and that's just how I'm storing it. Of course, you can store them in any way you want, baskets, boxes, whatever, trays, but this is just how I am doing it. So I've got my scrap box, got my bag of words, got my peg of images, things are going great. Alright guys, I'll see you soon for the next video. Hope you're enjoying this course so far and gathering all your supplies. Bye guys.